It is no secret at Green Valley that I have a love-hate relationship with Upward. I love everything about Upward. I love the vision of Upward, what it stands for, the passion of the people that work there. I love the leadership, and I love being a church partner with Upward. But I also do not care for the front end. It's hard finding people to coach. It's hard finding players to play. Just game day operations it's a job. We were trying to figure out a way to reach people who had never heard about Upward, never heard about Jesus, maybe never picked up a basketball, and ideally people who had never been inside a sanctuary before. However, we still felt like there were not enough people here experiencing the environment that we had worked so hard to create. It became such a frustration, honestly, that I finally got up enough nerve to approach our church leadership and say, you know, it might just be that Upward's run its course at Green Valley. And about the time I got the nerve up to call Upward, we experienced some transition with church leadership. When Jeff came on to campus, he and I sat down and talked long and hard about Upward.
And everybody came in, leadership team, and said, hey, how did the season go? And we talked about it was a great season. I thought everything went well. My only concern was, and the concern of several other people was, hey, we don't have enough kids. We need more kids to experience what's going on here at Green Valley through Upward.
And I said, I don't really know what to do. And he said, well, we need to figure out a way to get more people in the door. And so that's when he sat back in his chair and looked at me and said, well, what if we do it free?
Of course, the immediate question came up from her and from many other people was why? And I said, well, why not? You know, we're a church, we spend lots of money to try to reach people. We talk about being mission-minded. And so I just don't know a better way to reach our community and those people around us than to simply say, hey, we want kids and we want their parents and their grandparents to be a part of what's going on here through Upward.
I'm thinking, okay, well, great. We'll have more kids than we know what to do with for the first time ever. However, what I also knew is with more kids, that means the need is even greater for volunteers. And thankfully, he felt confident enough to put it out in front of our congregation that Upward is not an activities ministry event. It's not Dawn's thing. It was a Green Valley, all skate, everybody involved ministry, and that we needed everybody's help.
And so we came to the time of really kind of kicking off Upward, having volunteer Sunday, and as people came in, I had our leadership team put a tennis ball in every seat in the entire worship center. We had the Upward table set up outside with all the information, big setup, big display. And I told them, I said, what I'm going to do at the end of the service, during the commitment time, I'm just going to ask everyone who's willing to serve to get up and walk out and go out to the display and sign up for a particular role. And so we got to the commitment time and I had the tennis ball and I held it up and I said, hey, it's your serve. And if you're willing to serve in some capacity at Upward, I'm going to ask you to get up right now and walk outside into the lobby and sign up today, right now.
At the end of the service, 141 people got up and went out and filled out cards.
It just looked like about half the congregation got up and walked out. And so, you know, we're having our typical commitment time where people are joining. So we have all these people walking out and we have people walking forward, making decisions. It's the first time I'd ever seen that. We had all these people walking out and people walking forward.
And I was such a pessimist, I didn't even have 100 cards printed. I mean, I just figured I'm not, the same 20 people who always serve are going to serve again. This is not going to be any different.
But it was a moment that not many people will forget. And it's one of those things that I think a lot of people said, hey, this is a God thing. Because we had said, all we can do is do what we know to do what we can do, and trust God to do what only He can do. And I think people really realize, hey, if I'm a part of this, I'm about to be a part of a God thing. I'm about to be a part of something bigger than myself.
Our 2013 season, when we offered it free to our community, there were 202 volunteers total that stepped up and served in our season. We had 36 coaches, we had another 36 host families, we had over 40 people serving in the concession stand, we had 100 prayer warriors praying for our ministry every day. After 12 years of partnering with Upward, we decided we were going to be all in. And it took something as crazy and radical as doing a league free for us to realize the kind of impact we could make in our community. Additionally, what it would mean for our church to come alongside each other and decide that Upward was very much worth doing. Never again will I toy with the idea of pulling the plug.